Hey everyone, this is Corine La Font, your favorite radio host, the only radio host and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines. We are always grateful or thankful, as some people will say. I use the word thankful. So I am thankful to be above ground. It's a beautiful day in Trinidad. You see me looking up. I'm looking at the weather through my window. It's absolutely raining. It's wet. It's glorious. It's great to hear the rain falling. I took an extra little nap earlier because the rain was just pouring. It's just so cozy and nice. You know, you just enjoy the moment. So I am thankful to be able to experience that. Some places don't. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a good time and look at the positive experiences and bring joy out of it, no matter what you're going through. Okay, there are lessons to be learned from everything, and joy and bliss is there to be had. So I have with me Michaela S. Cox. And today we're talking about we the people. We don't know what we the people mean yet, but by the end of this episode, we will. So we the people. And let me tell you a bit about Michaela. I've significantly shortened her bio so that we can spend more time talking. So Michaela S. Cox, and we'll just call her Michaela, is a 7-time published author. The inspiration for her writings come from her own life's journey, walking and traveling a journey that has taken her from much tribulation to learning how to thriving in all things, including a disability of legal blindness, divorce at age 26. She's a baby, widowhood, single parenting while managing her disability. Michaela is a native Texan. She should have on her gallant hat and boots, who now resides in Louisiana with her children. Welcome, Michaela, to Between the Lines.
Thank you for having me. I'm not so sure I'm a baby.
Great to have you. Where is the gallant hat, Michaela?
I don't wear it.
What was that?
I don't wear it.
What? You're not a native Texan. Come on. You need to represent Texas.
I am.
Okay. I was in Houston. When was I in Houston? I did a speaking engagement there. I think it was 2017? I think, yes. And oh my God, the boots got me. I have a fetish for boots. The boots, the jackets, the guys, oh my God. And the gallant hats and the accent. Oh my God, help me. So Michaela, Michaela, it's great to have you on the show. We are talking about we the people. And let's get to know you a little bit. So you're legally blind, but you're a 7-time published author. Tell me,
Correct.
how is that possible? Because there are people with vision and sight and haven't written one book. You are legally blind and have written seven and on the way to the eight, I believe. We the people. How is it
And
possible?
well, the We the People one is my seventh one, and I'm writing an eighth one right now. It's what I do. It's who I am. I'm a writer. I've written my whole life. It's what I love. It's what I have. It's my words. I can give the world my words. Um, it is hard work, but I love it, and so I do it. And I feel like I have things to share. And what I do is I'll usually write in the mornings, and then when my eyes get tired, I'll take a break and then come back to it. So, and I've had accommodations my whole life,
Wow. You
so
see
I'll
what
magnification or things bigger. So
so what is your inspiration, or I should say encouragement, for persons who have sight? They are not legally blind and they haven't written a book, and there is so much story for them to tell. What would you say to persons with sight?
if you have a message or a story or a truth that you feel like needs to be shared with the world, then write it. Get it out there. Help, it could help someone.
Yeah, yeah. We all have a story in us, Michaela, and you have so much story. Divorced at 26, you're a baby. What is going on with you? Divorced
I'm
at
for-
26 and widowed thereafter. Give us a quick rundown about that. And what
well,
did you
I'm
learn from that experience? That's the whole thing, the takeaways from it.
I'm 40. Well, I will be 43 in November, so I don't know how much of a baby I am anymore. But thank you. I was divorced at 26, and then I became a widow at 38. So it's been almost 4 years coming up in April. The lessons I've learned, I have four. I would say the first thing would be life is a choice. And what I mean by that is you may
Mm,
not have a choice in the situations that you are given. Like if you're an artist
mhm,
and you're hired for a job, they may tell you you have to use these materials or this canvas, but you, the artist, get to choose what you put on that canvas or how you use to make your art. I did not have a choice in being born with a disability or having to leave a very interesting first marriage, and I did not choose to lose the love of my life and the father of my children at 38. But I do get to be responsible for and choose what I do with that and how I live my life based off of those circumstances or within those circumstances. So I choose to do the best I can
wow.
and pursue what I know I'm supposed to do
Mhm,
and live the way I want to live. And while it is hard and I don't have all the answers and I'm still figuring some things out and it's a struggle sometimes, but I still get to live a life of
yeah,
what I think is best for me and my children and what I want and what my husband would want me to do. And I have things I'm supposed to do on this earth and pursue. So I
wow.
choose to do that no matter how hard it may be. I didn't say life was easy. I didn't say it was fair. I didn't say it was just. I said we had a choice. And then the second thing is mindset, I think is key. I think there's a reason why they say mind over manner. And I think mindset is so important. And I'm not saying it's easy because I know I struggle with my own mindset. Some days I'm at the other end of the probably not so okay spectrum. And then some days, I'm actually doing all right now. This is fine. But and that in of itself is a choice because we all have our feelings and thoughts and they come into our head, and that's okay because we need to feel those things and we need to think things through and process them. But once we've done that, we can decide whether to stay in the yuck or the negative or go in the positive and have a perspective on life of half full, half empty, more positive or more negative. And I think your mindset can really help you keep in the direction of the choices you've chosen to do, and because your choices make who you are and help you end up where you're going to be, to help you stay on your true path of where you're headed is in your mindset. The third thing I would say is self-care. I know that's a hard one for a lot of people. I know it was hard for me, um, especially as a younger mother and when I was in grad school, because I had so much going on, and we have all these things we feel like we're supposed to do, and roles to feel, and hats to wear, regardless of what style of hat. um, But we have to realize, especially as women, because I speak for being a woman, I can't speak to what guys think, that we have we're a well. Think of yourself as being a well of water, and you're only so deep. And if you're always giving water out to everyone, as you should, because you want to take care of your family and friends that you love and you don't mind doing it, but if you give out all your water, you're going to run dry at some point, and there won't be anything left to give, and then you won't be able to do or be who you're supposed to be for all these people and things that you have to do. So think of it as self-care as a broad range of spectrum of any time you're taking a moment, whatever that, however long or whatever that looks like for that individual person, of taking time to focus on you, to attend to your needs yourself, so that when you're done with that moment of self-care, you can go on and do all the things you need to be doing. And then the last thing I would say is there's nothing wrong when you're stuck on something. And I had to get real comfortable with this a long time ago, asking for help and asking for resources to help you with whatever you're dealing with. Those are my 4 things. And I think they seem simple, but sometimes they can feel more complicated and hard to do, but it really is a choice. And, you just have to use them. And I think they work in all circumstances and very universal to help anyone, no matter what suffering or difficulty they may be going through, because all 4 of those things have helped me through my disability, being divorced, and now my journey of being a widow and a single mom.
Wow, Michaela, you're a well of wisdom. You're a well of wisdom. Those 4 tips significantly. I mean, anybody listening to this should follow your lead. Should follow your lead. And I have friends who are blind, and it amazes me. I shouldn't say the word amaze. I am just inspired by the thought process of persons who have lost their vision, but yet their process of thinking is one that is is someone with such vision as opposed to the people with sight.
It's kind of ironic.
Just to yes, and I'm like, gosh, I need to hang around more blind people, seriously, because I can't take the people who see. I'm like, they just have a depth of thinking. They just have a depth and wisdom and vision that people with sight just lack. And I
Well,
think people with
process the
sight need
world
to really
differently.
spend more time with persons. Yes, yes.
Because we
And
had
it's
to.
not to shun or to isolate. Yeah, yeah. It's
You
not
live
to shun or isolate or treat differently. It is to learn. It is to learn from them. Yeah,
you have
because
to.
we are humans and we
Yes,
all go through we
right.
all go through the same struggles and challenges. Yeah.
When you're visually impaired or blind, just like with any disability, your body tends to compensate for where it's lacking to help you be able to still do what you need to. So when you're without a sense, an important one as your vision, and you live in such a visual geared world of how people learn and process, you have to find other ways of still learning and processing the world to navigate it. So I think I have to think outside of the box a lot. And I think that goes into maybe why we have different
Hmm.
perspectives, because we have to do the world differently. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yes. I like that. Do the world differently. I like that. So let's come into we the people. We the
Okay.
people. We are midway through the conversation here. We the people. What does that mean for you? I have heard that. Let me tell you, I've heard that. I think I've seen it in Scandal. I watched Scandal, by the way. I love it. That episode on TV.
Yeah,
um, we the people. And I think it came in the Constitution of the United States. I'm
it
not so
did.
sure. You could tell me.
Yes, it
But
did. It was first
what does
for
it
the
mean when
people.
you say, or what? Right. So tell me the meaning constitutionally, and also is it the same meaning for you going forward with that book titled "We the People"? What is your interpretation of it?
Well, it's exactly that. It's we the people. When this America stateside got started, the founding fathers of America wanted it to be we the people because they were the people who started this country. America was in a way of thinking about it, was self-started by the colonists. They created it by saying, we don't want what you're doing anymore, Britain. we're going to do this. The idea of America had to come from the people, or it would be just like any other country that was dictated by the rulers. So it was we, the people, who created this nation and created how it was to be designed and orchestrated and to be what we, the people, wanted. And so that's what the book is about, is exploring and defining what that means and realizing that that is the whole thing of America. It comes from we, the people, a government by the people, for the people, we, and of the people. And so let's explore that and understand that well and make sure we're informed and educated.
The thing about we the people, for the people, by the people, that's a democratic system. It's
Correct.
not about self, it's not about power, it's, that type of a thing. It's about all of us,
Yes.
community, sort of communal living. We all must benefit. Anything we're doing, we work as a team, we all are able to benefit. Now, we, the people, is not, in my estimation, supposed to be targeted to a particular race, ethnicity, culture, educational background, status. We, the term we, is inclusive.
Correct.
So, it's supposed to be all of us, no matter what color, hue, shade, size, educational background, parental, it doesn't matter. It's us, it's we.
Yes.
Is that the direction you're taking with your book? And what do you hope to get or benefit, or the impact you would want to see from your book?
I want people to understand the value, the importance, the influence of that, and the role that we have to play as members individually and collectively, as all of us, as we the people, and that is the foundation of America.
Yeah. So what would you suggest? What would you suggest as some of the action that we the people should take daily in order to make that reality happen for you, or for the country, or the nation, or the world?
Right. Well, I forget which chapter is because it's been a while since I looked at the outline. I don't have my author copy. I speak to that. There are that we, the people, as individually and collectively, can do to take part and contribute to the nation that we, the people, are responsible for. You can obviously vote. That's the first and main way. You can be in communication and make sure you contact the leaders that you elected and decided that you wanted to represent your wishes of, as we the people, on your behalf to represent you, and let them know when you want something done, or you don't like this, or you do like this. You can be socially or politically or culturally activist in a movement or in a cause you may feel passionate about that you see that needs to have change. That can be a variety of things in this country. You can write. That's what I choose to do. It's my favorite way to do it, other than voting. And you can be active and do things in your community, and then hopefully the one individual or the collective of the individuals, through starting with the individual and then going to your city and your community and then your state, and then eventually, hopefully, combining all that together will move the needle on whatever you're trying to move the needle on for the nation. It's like putting it's like skipping a rock in a creek.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And have a ripple effect. I have tried. I have tried that, and it didn't work. I need somebody to show me how to get that thing to ripple in the creek, or in the water, in the river.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
I've tried it several times.
Oh, me too.
I've tried it, and I don't get that ripple. But I do create a ripple otherwise in my life. But with the water, I haven't worked out the technique yet. When I get it done, I'll show you, Michaela. But the thing about it is, we come down, the basic unit of society is in the home. Each individual family, homes, and then it works outwards, just like that ripple, into the communities, into towns, villages, etc., and then the entire country.
Correct.
So let's start with the basic units. What are some of the things we in the family, coming from we the people, should be instilling in the minds of our children? And as parents, you're a parent, I'm a parent. What should we be doing differently in order for us to be the role models for our children, for other children, for other parents to see, to engage this type of we the people sort of thinking and interactivity for a better tomorrow, a better world, a better relationship with other races.
Mhm. I think it has a lot to bringing down principles of good citizenship, being a good neighbor, to the simplest micro level, of how we treat people. We teach our children to be respectful, to be kind, to be accepting,
That's right.
and good positive thinking, and being open to things, and at least consider. You may not agree with everything, but you can be open to it, to learn and understand, and kind of see that other person's perspective, and they see yours, and have a dialogue, and be considerate, and think how you would want to be treated and how you should treat the other person. A lot of the what goes into the way we act as people and collectively can be broken down as the most simplest forms of falling under those things of how would you want to treat the other person? How would you want to be treated? Because just about everything we do in our society, you can almost put in that perspective. And then if we made choices based off of that, then our world would probably be a lot better place on the macro level, that eventually worked itself up from the micro level to affect all the bigger ripples out, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Why do you think people are not doing that, Michaela? The basic kindness. I mean, people are not born, to me, coming out with hate, disgust, and plans of killing others or doing others harm. When we come
Right.
out of the womb, I don't think that is in their mind, honestly. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking they're innocent babies. We are all innocent babies. We don't know. So, what has happened or what needs to happen in order for that kindness? Where has it gone? Basic kindness and respect for another human being. Where has that gone?
I think that unfortunately what happened is the world and the circumstances around us have complicated the most simplistic things to do, because we either make we're not taught the right things, or we're not with the right have the right background, and I mean as far as how to act, and choices, and personal responsibility has kind of, it's easier to make an excuse or blame someone else and not take ownership or responsibility for your own actions and the character and the
Yeah.
integrity of that. And I think these situations that we're all surrounded by, we're too distracted and we get caught up in the mess of it. And it doesn't make it right, doesn't make it correct, but it is what it is. And there's so many other things going on in the world. And I mean, sometimes it just boils down, it's easier to do something else. Doesn't make it right, but that's why people do it. Some people don't want to do the hard because holding the line
Yeah,
on
yeah,
these
it's easier to do something else.
holding yeah, holding the line
I
on
like that, Michaela. You're absolutely right.
oh, thank you. Holding the
Yeah,
line on staying true to these principles and these characteristics isn't always easy, especially in harder situations,
yeah. But you know, Michaela, we say that, but Michaela, it can be easy. It is easy. I don't agree with you there. I find it takes so much more effort to plan and execute something
Yes,
so bad. Yeah, I
right.
find it so, yeah, it is so difficult for me to sit down and plan what I'm going to do, Michaela. And tomorrow morning, this is what I'm going to do. And to make sure that falls in place, I find, oh
Yeah,
my God, the amount of energy, time, lack of
yeah,
sleep that,
yeah,
that it requires the network. I am like, God, when I could just say, hey, Michaela, how you doing? Are you okay? What's going on? Let's put on some boots and go have some fun. You know,
right,
that takes less time. That's more fun.
right.
Oh, I can say, what you cooking today? Yeah.
I mean, I agree
What you
with you.
cooking today, Michaela? Come on over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. It's easy for me. I think of it as easy, but
Right?
I'm just saying a lot of people, for them, it may be harder and it's just easier to do something else. I don't think of it that way. I'm just saying I understand that people have that perspective, that it's easier to choose something else.
Yeah. Wow, isn't that sad? That
Yeah, it
is
is.
absolutely sad.
Yeah.
And it reflects a lot on them. And the thing about it is, We're talking we the people. The thing about it is it reflects on them and they don't even see that it reflects on them. It's easier to do
Right.
the wrong thing or a bad thing and they think in their mind they're doing something right and they're justified and validated by it. I don't know if there's a chemical imbalance about that, Michaela. There must be,
That could be
and they
part
would
of it.
see us as the wrong ones and they as the right ones. Yeah.
That could be part of it, or it could be their background or the way they were raised, or based off of their not good experiences themselves of hard lives. Then they chose to. They came out with their own perspectives, and sorry, my cat just jumped on the couch, startled me. Um, um,
That's all right.
yeah. Um, based off of their own hard lives, have had interesting perspectives that made them go down a different path that they thought they was best or entitled to, and thought it was okay, but it may not be. I don't know. People have
Wow.
different perspectives for different
Wow.
reasonings.
Michaela, I wanna hop across to your website.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything in particular that I'm going to be sharing it on the screen in a bit.
Fine.
I don't know if you will be able to see or understand what's going on, but
Oh, that's fine.
I'm going to see how best. That's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let
Yes.
me let me see if I can share the screen here. So and let me select the window. Right. So we are here sharing the screen. And the
Yes.
first thing that came up is a pop-up about We the People, Michaela's
Yes.
new release. Available now on Amazon.
Yes.
Nice. Available now on Amazon. So persons can get a copy of that. And I think in the description of because this is being streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. So persons will be able to click on the link that is there because I did put a link to all your books, seven,
Thank you.
8 books, going to 9 and 10 and 11. I know you're going to be writing more, Michaela. I know.
Oh, yes. I have
So
been writing this script
I'm just
and releasing 9 projects this year. Hopefully, I'll stay on track. So we'll see. But 3 new books.
right. So nice. Sissy, you're busy. In COVID, you are busy. Okay,
Oh, I'm
Michaela,
very
unlike other
busy.
people who are complaining in COVID when they could be writing their books at this particular point in time. So I am also on your website now,
Yes.
myheartfeltmeditations.com. And is there anything here that you would like me to feature on your site or any sort of freebies or putting
Um,
in person's email so that they can contact you? There's a contact us page here. But is
is
there anything in particular?
if
Mhm.
you see at the top of the banner, you can see the little A for Amazon. It takes you to my Author Central page, and then my Facebook page and my Instagram page.
Yeah.
It's all there, so you can access
Yes.
all. And then on the front page, you
Right.
can
And
see there's
I do have the link in the description. I do
okay.
have the link there already, so persons can just easily click on that. I see you also have a podcast going on.
No, I don't have a podcast. We're working on that page. What that page is going to be when
Okay, I saw the tab.
yeah, I know that's confusing people. I'm working on that right now, meaning that when I start getting links back for my interviews, I will post so people can get to the interviews. If that makes sense. And if you see there
Lovely.
you go. That gets you to all of my books right there, that first tab. That
Nice.
is the one
And I'm
I wrote.
seeing them coming down.
Yep. The first one, before the clock
I'm
strikes
seeing
midnight,
them here. Before
I wrote. I'm sorry. I wrote.
that's right. That's the one I'm showing now.
Yep.
Yeah. This is lovely. I'm featuring each one of them here on your
Okay.
website so that persons will be able to see when they go to the Amazon page. Living the beach life. You can't talk about that. I'm in the Caribbean, girl. You're in
Oh, I
Texas.
wish I was
I'm in
there.
the
I will
okay.
be on the beach
I'm in
in
the
June.
Caribbean. Don't we do scripture, spirituality, and our culture? Lovely. You're going deep here. And I'm
Yes.
seeing some persons have reviews, lovely reviews. Consider these
Yes.
questions. Take a sip, take a breath, and go. I love that. A journey through motherhood. Don't stress, is what I'm getting from that. Take a
Pretty
sip,
much.
take a breath, and go.
That's right.
I love it.
first motherhood. I hope to
Yeah.
have motherhood 2 and 3 out in the fall.
Oh, and yes,
This
a
this is the year of
companion. You have a
people.
companion book for it as well.
Yes.
Exploring and discovering. I
Yep.
love that. Yeah, it's like a little journal. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That was the one that started it
Yes,
all, right
and
there. Heartfelt meditations.
yes,
That's
and heartfelt meditations, poetry.
yes.
Wow, you
This is
are
the
awesome.
year.
Let me tell you, you are a seven-time published author. You're doing better than me, Michaela. You're embarrassing me.
Well, no, I just what I do. It's who I am. I just write. So I don't know what to
You
do.
just write. She's like, I
Yeah.
just write.
Yeah, I just write. It's what I
Oh
do.
my God.
But this is
It's
the
what you
year of
do. Yeah, just keep it simple. You take a sip, you take a sip, you take a sip and take a breath and you just go. I mean, it's just what I do. I love the simplicity. I
yeah.
love it. Michaela, we've come to the end of the episode, the end of the interview, and I wanted to give you a minute to just share any final words that you have with the listening audience.
Life is a choice. It's about your mindset and how you choose to view things. It's about taking care of yourself just to make sure you stay balanced and centered and focused so you can go forward and do all the things you want to do and getting help when you may need it and knowing it's your life and it's enjoy the journey and do what you got to do and be you and do the best you can and enjoy it.
I love it. Enjoy the journey. That's how I live, Michaela. Enjoy the journey. No matter what, just enjoy. Thank you so much, Michaela, for being on Between the Lines, for sharing your wisdom. Keep writing, keep doing you, keep being you, cat jumping up on you and all.
Yeah.
Make sure the next time you come on my show, you're wearing that gallon hat. I want to see that gallon hat, girl, and the
Okay.
boots. Okay? So next time
Yeah.
when I see you on my show, I want to see that. The true
Okay.
Texan coming out of you.
Put it
Thank
on
you
my
so
list.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yep.